next example we're going to see is about hash tables, and we're going to see each and everything. So just sit back and see what I'm trying to do. So hash tables are also known as HashMap and are widely used as data structure that provides efficient key value pair storage and retrieval. So they are implemented using an array combined with hash function. So that we already did, right? And in Java, that provides a built-in implementation of hash table using HashMap class in the Java util package. So HashMap and hash table is very similar, almost same in Java. All right, let's create one program like hash table example, hash table example dot java, and let's try to write, let's clear it out here, clear. Okay, now it's already created, right? Class is already created. Now what we're going to do is we're going to implement the hash map. So hash map, hash table and hash map are same thing in Java. All right, so let's write the main method. I'm going to write the main method. Let's say public static void and main method is there. So in that string array argument is there. All right, now after that what I'm going to write is I'm going to create a new hash map instance. So for that, create a new hash map object I'm going to create. That is what I'm telling. So here I'll write create a new hash map. Hash map and hash table are both the same thing in Java, remember that. So hash map we write, so hash map, and what we do is we write as we're going to take string and integer, because key value pair we like enter into the hash map. So hash map is similar kind of data structure like arrays and linked list and all other data structures there. So here you can input key value pairs, right? So here I'm going to write, you know, string, and second type I'm going to store is integer. Okay, so this is I'm going to give value over here. Now I'm going to write the name of the object to be hash map, let's say, and equals to new hash map, equals to new hash map. All right, and I want to close it, and this is okay, this is the creating a new hash map. Now we're going to add key value pairs into the hash table or hash map. So how to create the key value pair? For that, here I'll write add key value pair. Okay, so how to do that? What is the name of our hash map? Hash map, and we're going to use dot operator, and the put is the function to add key value pair. So here let's say I'm going to write fruit's name, let's say apple. I'm going to enter, and I'm going to enter, let's say, you know, 10, all right, as the value to it. Okay, so I'll create hash map again. Let's try to, okay, so I have to write the put function. So in put function I want to give, this is for adding, right? So here what I'll do is I'll give, let's say, banana, and let's say value is 5. Okay, this is done. Now I'm going to create one more hash map function. Let's say what I'll do is I'll just copy it so that I don't have to write each and everything. So here let's say I'm pasting it, and here I'll changing the value to orange, and here value I'm be changing to, let's say, you know, 7. Okay, now suppose I want to access the value, I want to access the value of the using the key. So we can access value using the key. So key value pair, right? Key and value. So what I have to do is let's write access value using key. Okay, here what I'm going to write is, let's create one variable, let's say int apple quantity. So I'm creating one variable that is naming as apple quantity, and in that I'm going to access the value. So one function that is used, that is the get function to access. So what I'll write is, I'll write the HashMap dot get is the function. This will give the value. So let's write apple. So this will give, like, you know, we are accessing values using key. Now if I do system.out println, now here I write system.out dot println, what I'm going to write is quantity of apples are going to be what? It's going to be apple quantity. That's in the variable that is stored, right? So apple quantity, it's there. Let me make it a bit bigger so that I can see here properly. All right, now this is done. This is the accessing value in the hash map. Now if I want to update value in the hash map, how to do it? So for update, we have another function that we know, like to insert, like, you know, add and update are the both things. So if I write here, so it will rewrite that. So I'll write, say hash map, okay, update value in hash map. So what I'm going to do is, here I'm going to write HashMap dot put. So put is the function we have used in the add also, you remember. So here what we're going to give is, let's say banana I want to change using the key. So key is what? Banana. So let's suppose I want to change the value to something. So I want to change the value, let's say to 8. So it will change the value of banana from 5 to 8. Okay, now let's go ahead. Now suppose I want to check if the key exists or not. So to check key exists or not, one function is there that is contains key. So that is what it's going to be there. Okay, so here we're going to write check if key exists. All right, so I'm going to write boolean, let's say, you know, that's going to be what? Boolean type. So boolean, yes or no, it will give the output as yes or no. So I'll write boolean, let's say contains key, and here we're going to write, you know, hash map dot contains key, and that's going to have what? We're going to check if, let's say, any fruit is there or not. So any fruit is there or not, so let's write you know, grapes. I want to check grapes is there or not. So it will give result as what? That it is not there. So I'll print it out also. Okay, so for that I'll write system.out each and everything. So what I'll do is I'll copy this whole part and paste it over here. Paste it. Now here what I have to write is contains grapes. I'll write here contains grapes, and here I'll update with this variable that is contains key. So I'll paste it, and this is done. It will check if it exists or not. Suppose you want to remove a key value pair. So if you want to remove the key value pair, if you write the key, it will remove that. So here I'm going to write remove key value pair. So for that, what I have to write is I'm going to write HashMap dot remove. So here if I write directly that orange, I'm going to remove orange. All right, ORANGE. So it's going to remove that. So here I have to delete it. So this is how it's going to delete. So orange, whatever their key value pair is going to be deleted. Now let's suppose I want to iterate over the key value pair. So how to iterate over the key value pair? So that is there. So we're going to, so you're going to write iterate the key value pair. All right, so for iteration, you already know we write a for loop. Here we want to do using for each loop. All right, so for loop, let's say we name it as, you know, all are fruits. So I'm going to name it as fruits as the name. All right, and in that, where it is stored in the HashMap object store, and in key set is the function. So that's going to iterate all over the fruits. So how I write, what is the name of our object? HashMap dot key set. This is the function name. It's going to go into it, and what we need to print, let's say we want to get the one variable, that is quantity, and in that, what is there in the HashMap object, right? Dot get is the function we are writing. So get is the function for printing the elements, right? So it is going to get the whatever things there. So we're going to write is fruits. What is the name of our, where in what we stored? Fruits. We written fruits, right? So that's why quantity. So key set, HashMap dot key set will go into it, and this will get. Now after that, I have to print the quantity, right? So I'll write system dot out dot println, and in this I'll print fruit. I'll concatenate it, I'll give some space, what is the fruit name and space, and I'll add quantity here. So this will give the fruit and quantity as well together. So in quantity, that's what number of, you know, that's there. Okay, so it has to be fruits, and in fruits, whatever the name of the fruits, you know, that name. Now suppose I want to get the size of the hash table. So how I have to do, or hash map. So get size of hash table. So how to get the size of the hash table? Let's say store it in one variable, that's size, and hash map dot size is the function for that. Okay, these are the functions of hash map. All right, and I'm going to write system dot out dot println, and this is going to, here we're going to write, you know, that size of the hash map is, and what is stored, it is stored in size variable. So this is all about it. Okay, so let's go one by one, and I'll explain once again what are the functions we have used. So in this example, what you can see, we have implemented HashMap object, all right, and the object name we have written is HashMap, and we have included above also. All right, now here string is the key, and this is the value, integer is the value. So HashMap or HashTable store, both are same thing in Java. So both, like HashMap store key value pairs, right? So it's pairs, and why HashMap is used? For the retrieval of the, or accessing the data very fast. Like in arrays case of, in case of, you know, linked list, it may be slow, but HashMap is very fast because it's stored in what? Hash format. And when you write the key, that hash code, you remember in the previous function, like hash function, we applied that way, and here it retrieves. It's very fast because we try to get it by index, and that hash code is defined over there. All right, now here we adding what key value pairs representing quantities of different fruits. Now one method is there to add key value pair. We use the put method. So this put method is used, that is the definition for that. Accessing value using key with the get method, and updating the value using the same key put method. Checking if key exists using contains key method. Removing a key value pair using the remove method. Iterating over keys using key set method and values using the key set method, and retrieving the size by size function. So the output of the program will display the quantities of fruits where the hash table contains specific key and the final size of the hash table. So what actually hash table is there for? Hash table, why we are using hash table? Because hash table provides constant time performance for basic operations like put, get, remove on average, so making them efficient for storing and retrieving data based on keys. So however, the performance can degrade in the presence of hash collision, right? We talked about hash collision, that same hash code may be generated. We're going to see this example also when it's going to happen, where different key maps to the same index in the underlying array. So Java's HashMap handles collision internally using the technique called separate chaining or open addressing. So this is the functionality of the Java. So it is important to know that the order of elements in hash table is not guaranteed and can vary based on various factors like hash function, internal implementation of details, and each and everything. So this is all about the hash table. We're going to see collision, each and everything. All right, so I'll save this code and I will run this code and it will give the result accordingly. So let's wait for the output, what output it is giving out. So quantity of apples is coming to be 10. Contain grapes, false, it doesn't contain grapes is there. Apple got 10 apple is there. Banana is 8, but you will say that banana was 5, but here we updated it. And why orange is not getting printed over here? Because we deleted orange. If you remember, remove the key value pair, so we deleted. Then size of the hash map is 2, right? Because apple and grapes are there, like apple and banana is there, so that's why the hash map size is 2. So this is all about it. Now we're going to see, and we're going to implement the phone book problem, that is that we do, that we're going to create like phone book name and phone number, right? So that we're going to implement, small mini project, you can say, without using hash map and with using hash map. How it's get different, we going to see that. All right, so let's jump to that part and we'll end it here, this one. Thank you.